What is it worth? Today I'm not going to cover a specific item. I'm going to talk about how you go about selling things. That is by far the biggest question I get from all of you. So first of all, if you can, get copies of my books. Beginner's Guide to Antiques and Collectibles is going to show you what things in your home could possibly have value. And Downsizing Pro, while it's written for people who want to have a downsizing business, does cover how you go about selling things, how you go about downsizing a home, how you go about cleaning out an estate. So where do you sell things? There's no one size fits all with this. It depends what you have. It depends on what part of the country you're in. For instance, I'm in Southeast PA. We have auctioneers here, but I've had people on the West Coast message me and say, well, we don't have auctioneers. So let's say you're cleaning out your parents' home. First of all, you want to try and determine what things have value and how much of it there is. I would say, first of all, if you have an auctioneer in your area, message them, ask them to come see what you have and to look over things and give you some advice. Now, understand that people in the antiques and collectibles business know everybody. So they may not be able to help you. They may say, no, you don't have anything here that I can sell, but here's a resource that you could possibly use. Of course, if you just have a few items, take some pictures and go to an antique shop, an antique co-op, an antique mall, and talk to various people there who are stand holders or owners of the antique shop. And just say, these are the things that I have. Do you know someone would be interested in buying them? Consignment shops are a good option for things like furniture, household goods, things like that. Sometimes if you can find a secondhand furniture store in your area, they also will buy furniture and household goods and artwork and things like that. But as I said, there's no one size fits all. When I cleaned out my parents' house, I did auction houses. I did online auctions at the house. I had multiple antique dealers in, and I took things to consignment shop because that was the way for me to maximize the amount of money that I was going to get for those items for my mom. For some of you, if you have an auctioneer in your area, that's great because you can just like once and done. But understand that an auctioneer is going to come into the house, cherry pick the best of the things. You're still going to have things to get rid of. As I said, I would like to just say, okay, call this person and this would be great. But use your Google. Google auctioneer first, Google antique shops, Google consignment shops, and just start talking to people and say, well, can you put me in touch with someone who might possibly be able to help me? In some areas, there are estate sales, and I address that in the Downsizing Pro. I'm not a big proponent of estate sales, and some people make out well with them. It's very expensive to run an estate sale. I can tell you, I don't recommend garage sales. It's a lot of work for very little money. And again, if you don't know what something's worth, you don't know if you're pricing it correctly or not. Again, sorry, there's just not a one size fits all, but find out what the options are in your area and then ask those people if they can't help you, well, do you know someone who can help me?